Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. The best financial advice I ever got came from this wealthy mentor back when I was just starting out. I was stressed about not having some groundbreaking $1 million idea, and he told me something that stuck. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Just look at what's already printing money and put your own spin on it. That one conversation flipped everything for me. I quit overthinking and started paying attention to people who were actually winning. That shift took my side gigs from barely covering rent to full-blown six-figure businesses. So here's the deal. Today I'm breaking down 7 legit side hustles where regular people are pulling in over 100 grand annually. We're talking proven playbooks you can actually follow. And yeah, I'm bringing back my rating system because we need some structure here. I'll score each hustle on 3 things: time investment to get decent at it, upfront cash you'll need, and how realistic it is to hit that sweet $10,000 monthly mark. Let's jump right into it. Let me introduce you to Kai Towers. Dude had it rough, lost his mom young, never knew his pops, and was stuck in a dead-end job going absolutely nowhere. But one day he decided he was done feeling like he wasn't going anywhere in life. So he grabbed for $100 and started hustling on eBay. Fast forward 12 months, he turned that for $100 into over $317. No joke. Now you're probably thinking, wait, isn't eBay like dead? Doesn't Amazon run everything now? Check this out. eBay just reported $2.7 billion in Q2 2025, up 6% from last year. They're not dying, they're thriving. Here's why. While Amazon went all in on speed and prime delivery, eBay quietly dominated the specialty markets. We're talking vintage gear, rare collectibles, refurbished electronics, trading cards, all that niche stuff. In those lanes, eBay still destroys Amazon. There's this old saying in business, the riches are in the niches. Kai gets this better than anyone. He absolutely crushed it in gaming accessories, replacement controllers, retro memory cards, performance boosters. That's his bread and butter right there. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 1 out of 5. Seriously, pick a niche and spend like 30 days figuring out how eBay works. That's it. For money needed, another 1 out of 5 because here's the genius move most people miss. Look around your house right now. You've got stuff you can sell to get started. Use that cash to build your inventory. 0 external funding needed. For hitting that $10,000 monthly mark, I'd say to 0.5 out of 5 because Kai proved it's doable. Start with your own stuff, then scale up. It's not a walk in the park though. You need to stay on top of listings and keep your prices competitive. But it's definitely achievable if you stay consistent. Meet Suhit Amin. At 16, he got hit with a cancer diagnosis. But instead of letting that stop him, he used his hospital time to start connecting influencers with brands and taking a cut. It's basically being the middleman between creators and companies. Started with 0 connections. Now, 6 years later, he's clearing over $4 million annually, working with heavy hitters like Ubisoft, Netflix, and massive creators like The Sidemen and Logan Paul. Here's what's crazy. This opportunity is exploding right now. When Suhit started, he had to convince brands that online creators were even worth the investment. Now, the game's completely flipped. The New York Times reported in May 2025 that Americans are watching more streaming content than traditional cable for the first time ever. And guess who's winning? YouTube grabbed 12.5% of all TV viewership, crushing Netflix's 7.5%. Brands are throwing serious cash at online creators now. If you can be the person connecting those dots, you're cashing in big time. The real value is in managing both sides of that relationship, creators who are usually younger and brand executives who are typically older. As long as you understand YouTube, you've already done half the work. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 2 out of 5. Your job is basically bridging to worlds, young creators, and older brand executives. If you already understand YouTube, you're halfway there. Just learn how corporate deals work and you're golden. For money needed, this gets a 0 out of 5. All you need is a laptop and hustle. Suhit started by following creators on Instagram, using the suggested feature to find similar accounts, and DMing everyone. Within 6 months, he banked $30,000 in profit. For hitting $10,000 monthly, I give this a 2 out of 5. The hardest part is getting that first yes. After that, the math works itself out. Get one brand booking 5 influencers through you monthly, average deal at $7,000, take a 30% cut. Boom, you're doing $400,000 in annual revenue with about $10,000 monthly profit. This is Tom Raz. A few years back, he was sitting in his college dorm staring at his student loan debt, thinking there had to be a better way. He grabbed his laptop and taught himself video editing. That one decision ended up being worth way more than his degree. Before long, he made his first $100,000 in annual profit working with major brands like Coca-Cola, Nintendo, and Gymshark. Plus, he ditched his tiny dorm room and now travels the world working from wherever. There's no reason you can't do this too. Video content now makes up 80.5% of all internet traffic globally. Companies need video content or they're basically invisible online. They're desperately searching for people who can take their message and turn it into something people actually want to watch. Once you become good, you'll be able to charge a lot because you're directly increasing the company's revenue. But won't AI just replace video editors? Great question. Here's the truth. AI can handle basic cuts and transitions, but it can't do the critical things. First, it doesn't understand emotion. It can't build tension, create anticipation, or spot that perfect goosebump moment. Second, AI doesn't innovate, it imitates. It copies existing patterns. Real editors create fresh approaches. So yeah, AI is a tool editors will use, but it's not replacing the job anytime soon. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. It's not overnight, but it's not yours either. Tom says beginners waste time on fancy effects when most clients just want solid basics, clean cuts, good pacing, fitting music. Master storytelling. If you can make someone feel something or keep them watching till the end, you've nailed 80% of what makes an editor valuable. For money needed, this is a 1 out of 5. You can start with basically nothing. Got a decent laptop and internet? You're set. Sure, you can upgrade to paid software and better gear later, but don't wait for the perfect setup. Start with what you've got. For hitting $10,000 monthly, I'd say 3 out of 5. At first, you'll take smaller gigs, TikToks, and Reels for small businesses. Don't sleep on those though. They build your portfolio, which attracts bigger clients. Stack a few clients per month and you'll hit that 1K mark faster than you think. If you take on multiple clients consistently, that monthly goal becomes very realistic. Jimmy Barlow was your typical broke college student, stuck in a neighborhood he wanted out of, wondering how he'd ever make real money. No cash, no connections, no experience, just a laptop and determination. So he jumped into branded dropshipping and figured it out as he went. Now, he's regularly pulling in $40,000 monthly profit. Dropshipping's been around forever, but branded dropshipping is where the real money's at right now. Let me break down why it's so much better than the old model. Old school dropshipping went like this. Someone buys from your store for $30. You order it from AliExpress for $10 plus shipping, ship it to them. Sounds easy, right? But after spending $5 to $10 on ads, dealing with refunds and shipping delays, you're barely making anything. Branded dropshipping changes the game. The backend's similar, but the positioning is completely different. You focus on building trust, better website design, and branding products people actually want to own. Suddenly that $30 item becomes an $80 product people buy because they believe in the brand. Your margins explode, refunds drop, and your hustle becomes sustainable. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Not because it's hard, but because it takes time. You won't be profitable immediately, and that's fine. This is a long game. Month 1, build your store, test ideas, figure out the basics. Month 2, you've got data, you know what works. Month 3, you've made sales, now scale your ads. By month 6, if you stay consistent, you'll have reliable monthly profit. For money needed, I'd say 1 out of 5. You can start almost free. The beauty is you don't pay for products until you make a sale. There's a short delay while payments clear, but that's about it. For hitting $10,000 monthly, this gets a 2 out of 5. Way easier than people think. $10,000 monthly is $333 daily. If each sale nets you $25 profit, you need about 13 or 14 sales per day. That's not hundreds of customers. That's literally a handful of people finding your store and buying something that solves their problem. Jack Watson grew up broke. After school, he ended up stuck in an accounting job he hated, watching his life waste away in a soulless office. He knew he needed a plan, so he locked himself away for 6 months, researching and learning everything he could. That's when he discovered brand identity design. 6 months later, he went from a negative bank balance to his first $20,000 month. So what is brand identity? Imagine a company says, "We want people to instantly recognize us and know what we stand for just by looking at us." That's your job. Design their entire look and feel. Logo, colors, fonts, images, the whole vibe that makes them instantly recognizable. Because it directly impacts how people perceive the brand and how much money the business makes. It's one of the most profitable paths in graphic design right now. Here's the thing. Thousands of designers charge $50 for a quick logo or social template, but very few offer the complete package that makes a brand feel professional and trustworthy. That's why the brand identity market exploded, valued at $9.5 billion in 2024, projected to hit $40 billion by 2032. Get this, even governments are spending big. The UK government spent $650,000 redesigning the gov.uk logo. £500,000 for a logo redesign. If that doesn't show you the opportunity here, I don't know what will. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. It takes time. Every project teaches you something new, but once it clicks, you can charge serious money. For money needed, this is a 1 out of 5. Got a laptop? You're good. The real investment is your time, not your money. Perfect for students or anyone starting from scratch. For hitting $10,000 monthly, I'd say 2 out of 5. Very achievable. Jack now charges $10,000 for a single project after just a few years. But even at $2,500 per full package, you only need for clients monthly, 1 per week, to hit 1K. Noah Briley was just another student scrolling social media until he decided to flip the script. Instead of passively consuming, he started studying what makes content blow up. He tracked every hook, every caption, every transition that made people stop scrolling. Once he cracked the formula, he tested it on TikTok. It worked. Soon he was helping creators, tech companies, even banks grow their audiences through short-form video. He made over $100,000 before turning 18, using nothing but his phone. Here's the reality. Short-form content isn't a trend, it's the future. The average TikTok user opens the app 20 times daily and spends 90 minutes scrolling. This attention is the new currency. Think about young millionaires you follow, Merbeast, KSI, Jake Paul. They all got rich leveraging attention. Being a short-form strategist lets you tap into this power. Without being a creator yourself, your job is simple. Help small businesses, entrepreneurs, and coaches grow their brands online. The opportunities are everywhere. Local gyms, coffee shops, real estate agents who have no clue how to market on social media. Every business needs content and attention, and they'll gladly pay someone who knows how to deliver both. For time to learn, I'm giving this a 1 out of 5. You can learn basics in days. The real skill is understanding why something works, not just how to make it look good. Spend an hour daily analyzing and creating, and you'll spot patterns most people miss. For money needed, this is a 1 out of 5. All you need is your phone. You're probably watching this on one right now. For hitting $10,000 monthly, I'd say 3 out of 5. Depends on how you charge. Once you're good, I recommend charging a flat fee plus a view bonus. Extra money if the video goes viral. Most clients are down for this because it aligns your incentives. Get a few viral hits monthly and $10,000 is totally doable. And that brings us to me. I started with nothing and built businesses that made me a millionaire in my 20s. But what really leveled me up was investing. My investments currently bring in over $17,000 weekly in passive income. That's why I truly believe investing is the one side hustle everyone should have, no matter what. Because if your money's not working for you, you'll always be working for it. People always ask me two questions. First, what's the best time to start investing? My answer is always the same, right now. Back in the day, you needed brokers, minimum deposits, hours of research just to buy one stock. Today, you can start with a few taps on your phone. Second question, how do I actually start investing? That's harder to answer on the street, which is why I've uploaded tons of YouTube videos breaking down my strategies. If you want to go deeper, I've got hours of content about investing, and I upload new videos weekly. You can even ask me questions directly and get me to review your portfolio for time to learn. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Starting with index funds is simple, but picking individual stocks requires mastering technical and fundamental analysis, which takes time. For money needed, this is a 1 out of 5. Most platforms now offer fractional shares, letting you start with literally $1. For hitting $10,000 monthly, I give this a 4 out of 5. This can take years to achieve, but when you do, it's truly passive income requiring no extra work. If you want to learn more about investing for beginners, I've got another video for that. But before you click away, make sure you're subscribed if you want to keep growing your wealth. I'll catch you in the next one.